screen, and what are we doing at that top screen every single time? Going underneath it, and then shooting and shooting and shooting. It's not over now. Do we understand? Yeah. Let's get it done. Team. 1, 2, 3, team.
The history of the program here is just, what I know of it is from what, playing against them for 8 years. They had some good seasons, but it was always a good rivalry with us, between us up at Mid-State and them here at Milwaukee Tech. I know they expect the program here to be at the top end of the conference every year, and that was one thing that definitely intrigued me about the job, was the challenge of bringing the program up to where the expectations that the AD and assistant AD have for the program. For me, I just thought it was a great opportunity, a great area to be able to recruit student athletes within Milwaukee, surrounding areas with Kenosha and Chicago right there in the area. So, I thought this was a great opportunity for me to make steps in my coaching career and moving to the next level. Some of the problems that we had were trying to pass on our expectations to this group. We had sophomores, but we didn't have sophomores that had played for me. So to pass on the expectations of our coaching staff and what we expected out of our players was probably the biggest hurdle we had to overcome. Some of the things we ended up doing, was we had to get rid of a few players right at the beginning. They weren't, holding up to our expectations of, being on time for practice, when they were at practice, giving us 110% every time they were there. Those were some of the biggest obstacles we had to overcome. And just, how we handled it was just, to keep on them day by day and making sure that, they continued to give us what we expected from them.
Okay, you got the screen from whoever you're on. All right, you get in here, and when it's like this, and it pops up. Why? That's where he was, right? So if he's going to go inside and put the screen, he can pop up and get right now. Because there's no way he's going to get to you. But you stepped right back in, and you didn't have to do nothing to come find your guard because you stepped right in. Alex, did you block out a soul? Why? On Duke shot? No? And it came right to the guy you would have been boxing out.
I challenge guys a lot of times and, challenge them in what they're doing, and might be in a loud voice at times. And, just because at times I believe you have to do that to get some things out of kids that they might not be giving you. It never has anything to do with that person per se on their, the type of person they are. It's just trying to get the best athletic ability out of them at the time. good group of young men. You know, they got along for, you know, the most part, and everybody knows and understands. I mean, even in families, when you're together and around each other for, you know, a long period of time, you know, there's got to be bickers. There's no question about that. But these guys supported each other, they backed each other, and they always had each other's back. They would fight till the end, and no matter what situation we were in, even when we were down, you know, when we played a couple of bad games and we were down pretty bad in the game, they just continue to fight. They, you know, they didn't quit, and that's the biggest thing I liked about this team is, you know, no matter what situation we were in, they did not quit. Our roster changed. We lost a couple kids. We picked up a few, you know, players second semester. 3 baseball players helped us out, and with Luke Schmidt, Trevor Nadeau, and Dan Bourne definitely helped us out. They came in, you know, when our roster was a little low, and were willing to come in and, you know, practice and work hard with us every day, knowing that they might not get any playing time whatsoever, but they were willing to take time out of their busy schedule and to be able to help our program out. Key players were Pierre Reynolds, you know, a constant kid who's there every night, works hard, you know, night in, night out, whether it be, you know, in game time, practice time, he's always there, you know, on time, ready to go, ready to learn. Brendan Brown was another key player. He was our leading scorer on the season. You know, those were the 2 main constants throughout the year that you could always count on night in and night out were those 2 guys. Probably one of our better games first semester was in Ironwood, Michigan, Gogebic Community College. Number one, it was a long bus ride to get there, and it's definitely a hard place to go in and play. You know, their crowd, the support they have, and it's just a tough environment to go in and get a win, and we were able to go in there, and a very close game, but Eddie Lockett hit a big big shot at the end of the game that you know, secured the victory for us. Our rivals are definitely Madison Area Technical College. That's a big one on our list. You know, through this year on, you know, our particular schedule, it's different from obviously what I've been used to, because, you know, playing about the same people for the past 8 years. It's changed, you know, coming here and coming to this area. You know, the schedule has changed a little bit on people that you know, you play, but obviously the top of our list is definitely Madison. Our conference tournament to go to regionals in Minnesota, we had to play at Madison. We ended up losing by 4 points, but you know, our guys played a heck of a game, and you know, it was a great game to be a part of, and our guys fought to the end, and even though we lost, it was definitely a bright spot in my eye because of the effort that our guys put forth in that particular game. You know, I don't look at, you know, thinking we have to change a bunch of things that we do as a program. We hit the high school trail hard. You know, any exposure camps that are still out there for unsigned seniors, you know, we always have a member of the coaching staff at those things. And I think the biggest thing about recruiting is getting out there constantly, putting, you know, our program out there, putting our name out there. You know, it'll definitely be a different situation with being able to get out and recruit and get kids in that we didn't have a chance to do for this past season. It'll also be a little different with having guys coming back that have been through the system, and we'll be able to teach those newcomers what we expect, and that definitely helps out a lot when guys that have been through it can say, hey, look, this is what he's looking for, you have to do it this way all the time, or it's just not going to work. And with that'll be a big step for us, being able to get out on the recruiting trail and get guys in here, and also having guys back that'll be able to help teach those guys.